Big dog boxing, motherfucker.
Vergil can fight 2 or 3 different guys in mega fights. He's got options. Imagine him with Errol Spence at Dallas Cowboys Stadium, or Sebastian Fundora in a mega fight in Vegas. Boots is part of the plan, but it doesn't have to be next. But Eddie, since you're so desperate to make this fight, then let's do this. 60-40 for Vergil and 5% to the winner. Because I'm generous and I'm not moving off those numbers. You're the one who's begging for this fight. So let's go.
Agreed on the deal. And I'll say it because obviously Oscar's, 50-50 and 5% for the winner. Okay? So basically 55-45 to the winner. We all agreed and we left the room to make the deal. Jaron Ennis signed the contract and Vergil Ortiz didn't sign the contract. Okay? Now, if they don't want to do that deal anymore and they want to renege on their word, that's fine. I'm not going to moan about it, but I have to speak to my client because that's very different to what was agreed in the room. I really don't feel like this is the most obvious 50-50 fight that can be, but I'm very happy to look at, and I'm not going to come out and go, winner takes all. We'd do that. But anything can happen in boxing, and you've got to protect the fighter. But I'm happy to have that overlay of a bigger percentage for the winner. So if you truly believe you're going to win the fight, you will get by far the lion's share. And I'm not going to come out and tell you what it is, and I'm not going to.
Would you go as far as 60-40 to the winner?
I'm going to go back to Oscar de la Hoya, who at the moment, touch wood, everything's friendly. I believe Oscar de la Hoya wants to make the best fights. And when he says, Eddie, you're desperate, you're showing your hand, I am desperate. I'm desperate to make the best fights in boxing for DAZN. And for me, this fight is the best fight in American boxing.
Where does Rick Meridian's position in this?
Because there's been a lot of... No, we don't have any conversations with Rick Meridian. We only deal with Golden Boy on this fight. We're not interested in talking to Ortiz's manager. I think Oscar was talking about something else. But we just want to deal with Oscar de la Hoya and Eric Gomez, and we want to do it in a friendly and cordial fashion. And I will be going back to them this week with my ideas to try and make the fight. I have to speak to my client because we agreed, and everybody in that room knows what was agreed. But if that's not on the table anymore, we've got to revisit it.
I mean, it's been 72 hours since I made that video calling out Boots and Eddie. They want the fight so bad. Let's make it. I'm right here. 60-40, 5% to the winner. Let's go for March. I have banger fights lined up for January, February, Cinco de Mayo weekend. Let's get this fight done. The fans want to see it, but guess what? Vergil has other options. So if you want it, call me. I'm Vergil's promoter. Somebody authorized on that side, and I'm sure it's Eddie Hearn, your Boots' promoter. Call me. We'll make the fight. 60-40, 5% to the winner.
I want you guys to think about something, gentlemen. Does anybody know where Turki Alashikh is? Where can we find Turki Alashikh when you need him the most? With all of this back and forth going on between Vergil Ortiz's camp, Golden Boy Promotions, Oscar de la Hoya, and Jaron Boots Ennis' team, Matchroom and Eddie Hearn, with all of this back and forth, talking about 60-40, 70-30, 80-20, take whatever we give you. And with all the managers online arguing about who's ducking who, all I want to know is, where is Turki Alashikh? Does anybody know? Has anybody seen or know the whereabouts of the Big Turk? Me, I might have an idea on where Turki Alashikh stands in all of this, in this situation. And if you ask me, if you want to know my opinion, well, I think that Turki Alashikh's position in all of this is leave me the fuck out of this mess. And the reason why I say that is because if you guys remember clearly, Turki Alashikh tried to make this fight about a year ago, maybe about a year and a half. For those who don't remember, it's all right. I have receipts. I stay with receipts. I have to bring the receipts because I've noticed that the average boxing fan here online has a very short attention span. So watch this video and then we will break it down afterwards.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
To build it up. But as a Anas, this is the first time between me and he doing business. He asked to go to 154 and have tune-up fight first. I am not charity. Go do it with Eddie, the tuna fight, and if you're ready, you will have in my side a lot of people waiting for you. You understand me?
I love it.
So what you guys just watched and heard was Turki Alashikh on the Boxing Voice explaining to Ness that Ennis told Turki that he would like a tune-up before fighting Vergil Ortiz. And Turki told him straight up, I'm not charity. You want a tune-up, go do that with Eddie Hearn. So in case you guys were wondering why Turki Alashikh doesn't step in and get involved in the situation between Ortiz and Ennis, there it is right there. He tried already. And Turki strikes me as a guy that if you don't take him up on his first offer, he's not going to beg. So that's why he's like, oh no, you already fucked that up already. Turki Alashikh just got a taste of what it's like trying to make a fight in the United States, in the US of A. It's like pulling teeth. So that's why Turki is like, the hell with y'all, man. If you notice, every time there's talks about a potential fight being made to take place here in the United States, we're always talking about why the fight is not being made. If you look across the pond over in Europe, they don't have those problems over there. Those Brits stay fighting. If you look over at the Far East, the Japanese, they stay fighting each other. It's just here in the United States that these fighters are prima donnas. So now we fast forward to the present time, January 2026. And Oscar De La Hoya is offering 60-40. And 60-40 offer to Eddie Hearn and Boots Ennis, with 5% going to the winner. So essentially 45-55 split. I say fuck it. Take that offer. Call their bluff. Jaron Ennis should say fuck it and make the deal. If Jaron Ennis really believes in himself and he believes that he could win, he should say fuck it and take that offer. Because De La Hoya is right when he says that Eddie Hearn, Matchrooms, they're the ones that are desperate to make this fight. My honest opinion on this matter is that this fight is still not big enough. Neither guy has a belt. Neither guy is a champion. And neither guy has a following or a fan base outside of their hometown and here online with these fanboy YouTube channels. I go outside and I ask my neighbor or a random person if they know either Vergil Ortiz or Jaron Boots Ennis, and they're not going to know. They don't know who either guy is. So I get where Oscar De La Hoya is coming from when he says that the Boots Ennis fight doesn't have to be next, because realistically speaking, that fight, of course, they're going to want to bill it as a pay-per-view. It's not going to sell any more than 250,000 pay-per-views because the fight is still not big enough outside of hardcore boxing fans. If you ask me, this fight is a bigger accomplishment for Vergil Ortiz if he beats Jaron Ennis than if Jaron Ennis beats Vergil Ortiz, because, for one, Jaron Ennis has been a champion before. He's been the ring champion before. And Vergil Ortiz has not been a champion ever. And second of all, Jaron Ennis has been hyped up way more than Vergil Ortiz has ever been hyped up. Jaron Ennis has been hyped up. I've heard that Jaron Ennis is supposed to be the second coming of Sugar Ray Leonard and the second coming of Roy Jones Jr. And he's the one that's going to dismantle and destroy Terrence Crawford. But I've never heard anybody claim that Vergil Ortiz is the second coming of Julio Cesar Chavez or Salvador Sanchez. So that's why I say Boots should look at this fight like a layup and say, fuck it. Take that 55-45 offer that Golden Boy is offering. But hey, let me know what y'all think down in the comment section, man. Let's chop it up. Let's talk some boxing. Catch you on the next one, man. You already know. Once again, this has been your boy, Big Old Dog Boxing, and I'm out.